YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2003. This is my second time trying this. I initially was going to record 2001 today. Something's happening with my TV where as soon as I get to a race, like the signal cuts out. I have no idea why. And it's only with 2001. The game is older. It can't, for me, running on the PS2, it can't record in like a certain quality. Now, of course, if you're running an emulator, you can record in the best quality possible. Really with no issues as long as your computer can handle it. Now it's just not doing that with my PS2. So... It is what it is. We're only at year 4 in this game. I mean, in that game, I might just have to switch TVs, and if that doesn't solve it, I may have to restart it on an emulator, which isn't a problem. So we're going to play what I was going to play eventually, which is 2003. I was going to play this game today. I was just going to record 2001 first. I know I said everything fast. I just want to get through it. So, we have a lot going on. We're at year 18. A challenge was sent out from the good friend Basic Blue, and me being me, I accept with no hesitation. As soon as you guys all get caught up, I am completely on board with competing in the challenge in the series with you guys. That'll be really fun. So challenge accepted. I mean, it's not even like I don't even have to think about it. Okay, I did think about it for like maybe 2 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, of course, I'll do that. Just because, like you said, the difference in our where we are in our careers, and then also the difficulties. I don't know who else is playing on hard. I think I might be one of the only ones. Maybe somebody else is, but I also wanted to consider if the difference in our difficulty levels would also reflect how the challenge works out. You guys let me know that in the comment section below, please. So, long episode today as always. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. I sure as heck enjoy it. That doesn't sound right, but Scabbit, we're still working with her. Basic Blue, I'm glad to see you working with her. She's a great horse, man, and I apologize I haven't been responding to some of your most recent videos, but I have been watching all of them. I love them. They're videos I can always watch to kind of just enjoy at night as I'm kind of winding down, maybe finishing up some work. It's always nice to watch your videos, man, so really keep it up, as well as Genesis, of course. Enjoy yours the same way. And then Elite, welcome to the club, fam. Perfect Dart. This is our mare, who's, I think she's finally doing better. Now, we have won a G1 with her. You see, 31 meets. We've raced with her a long time, but I think we've finally gotten rhythm with her. Only 5 wins, 2 places, but again, she did win a G1. That's huge for an original in this game on this difficulty. And Mr. T, what an absolute stud he is. Only 1 G1, but 4 wins out of 15 starts. So, I think Mr. T... Abigail suggested a breeding between one of these horses. I'll have to look again in my spreadsheet. So, busy year. As far as goals this year, they both have G1s. Scabbit, I'm trying to get Horse of the Year, right? Because I don't think we got it last year. Now, she's already got 5 G1s, 6 wins out of 11 starts. Of course, that's just what Scabbit does. She's pretty much a horse you know is going to produce you, a good lineage of foals. And she's pretty much going to be an easy ride. Like, if you do what you're supposed to do. But we have a new 2-year-old on the way, Honeybee. Cannot wait to see her make her debut. And, yeah. Who's she from again? Sorry, didn't mean to check that. Didn't mean to exit out of that. She is from Crimson Art out of Scotch Dancer. I think she'll be the first of their crop of foals. So let's check. Mr. T is from Undercover Agent and Perfect Partner, right? Yeah. Crimson Art didn't give us anything really good. I think Perfect Art has turned out okay, fortunately. She has turned out okay, but it took me forever to really figure her out. You know what I mean? 31 starts and only 5 wins. That tells you how long it took me to figure things out with her. And again, her lack of stamina does hurt because her speed is great. If she had stamina close to the 70s, I think, we'd be fine. But she's beat ranked. She's still doing much better than I thought. So let's actually get into a race here. Let's start off today's episode. Thank you guys for the support as always. Don't worry, I will be live streaming again. Still figuring out my internet issue at the moment. So I'm waiting till that's resolved, and as soon as it is, I'll be back live streaming, I promise you. I've been wanting to, I can't. It would not even be viable right now. With my current setup, it would just be too slow. So I'm getting that figured out. The internet service company, they're pretty... sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're slow, especially during these times still. It just all depends. So Perfect Dart. She's got decent odds here today. In a Group 3. Yeah, she's actually expected to finish 2nd. So we can win this race. I will bet a top 3 on us. Okay, so we are number 11. Let's bet a shell bet on ourselves. Play it a little bit conservative. Win something compared to winning nothing. I still need 250 grand, right, for more upgrades to like the remaining facilities. I think we're almost there. Okay, Golden Gleam is the favorite, the 6 horse. All right, and her running style again is front runner. All right. So yeah, let's get back into the swing of this. I haven't played this game in about 3 weeks since the last time I said I was gonna pause my recording. Yeah, so weird. 2001 is, it just, when I get to the screen, it just goes black. Like, but like 2003 and 2004, they both work. So with 2001, really strange. I did just recently watch a DVD on my PS2, just for nostalgic purposes, and I don't know if like changing those settings kind of messed me up with the display for Gallop Racer 2001. Really weird. But like I said, it's really not a big deal. We're not as far into that series as we are with these. Like 2003 and 2004 are definitely the priority over 2001. So as long as these two still work, then that's all that matters. So we should be in pretty good spacing with Perfect Dart. Who's that horse next to me? Okay, that can't be my horse. I forgot, because like you don't lose your horses in this game. See, I've been traumatized by 2004, where if I lose a horse, I'm like, oh, is that my horse out there? You know what I mean? Here we go with Perfect Dart. Down the stretch we come. Perfect Dart, she's rolling. We actually passed the favorite. Golden Gleam's not keeping up. I believe we're still in front. I don't think anybody is challenging us. And here comes the favorite. Half a furlong left to go. Over whipped. Oh no! Hang in there, gal. Ah, man, that was a win. I over whipped. Did we get third at least? Still a good run for Perfect Dart. Clearly the over whipping drained her at the end, but still, I love the way she runs. She does remind me a lot of Crimson. We still got a top 3, so that works. It's my fault. I probably could have gotten going a little bit later on the whip as well. We're supposed to finish second. Yeah, stretch, not good. But 2,500. I mean, we get some money for our bets. Certainly could have waited. On the whip, I drained her a little bit quickly, and then I over whipped. So, okay, first time back, that's fine. Still a top 3 in a G3. I'll take it with her. Still prize money for her, and it does help with a 3rd place finish and her record for breeding. So those results matter. I know everybody's big on the wins, but like those type of results for breeding still matter as well. So don't neglect the good performances is what I'm trying to say. It's easy to just be obsessed with just winning, but still getting a top 3 and then a top 5 for money. Those still help when it comes to breeding. For sure. Obviously, winning races and winning bigger races is the best way. But, you know, still, if you can't make that happen, because sometimes you come across very tough fields in this game. Like I said, the top 3 finishes and then top 5 money finishes. They go a long way. And I think you guys are seeing that with our originals here. At least the better ones that are finally starting to kick in. Mr. T is up. He is the 2nd favorite. I'm going to try to go for the win. Crimson Hearts. I've never even heard of that horse. I am going to bet on us again. Number 7. Give us another show bet. I should win with Mr. T. I'm feeling like it. More wins with him so far. It's pretty explosive. Let's check out the favorite. And I don't think many of us expected Mr. T to be so good. Crimson Heart, never really paid attention to this colt. Okay. But honestly, like, I thought Mr. T was kind of going to be just okay, and like, he's turned out to be, he really reminds me of Great Bolero. He honestly does. He reminds me of Great Bolero from 2004. Maybe not as dominant, clearly, but still, in terms of being way better than we expected, I think he's along those same lines. So, and how ironic, he looks like Great Bolero too. Like he looks like Great Bolero, and he runs like him sometimes. Same leg type as well, pretty much the same distance, dirt horse. It's kind of scary, and I've used completely different parents. Like, think about that. He really is similar to Great Bolero outside of just how he races. Like his appearance, his leg type, his course setting, and again, completely different parents. Like, that's crazy. It's like I got my Great Bolero back just in Gallop Racer 2003. That's amazing, man. It is amazing. Where is the favorite? 3, way back there. So closer. Oh, we're already on the stretch. I thought we had way longer to go. Still gonna wait, still gonna wait, still gonna wait. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Now we're gonna go. Now we're gonna go. Now there's the favorite right there. Come on, Mr. T. Push through. Push through, man. Push through. Furlong and a half left to go. Oh, it's a tough field here today. I thought we were actually going to get the run. He's pushing through. We're not catching the leaders unless they gas at the last minute. Oh, I thought we were going to have a really strong run. Maybe I should have gotten him going a bit earlier. We may have just gotten up into 5th. No, maybe 6th, probably. 6th. Darn. I botched that one. That's my fault. I should have gotten going sooner. We're supposed to finish 2nd? Yeah. The favorite didn't finish up there either. Bad stretch. Okay. Gotta get myself back into the stretch routine. Perfect dart. I genuinely made mistakes. Mr. T, I clearly mistimed things. That's for sure. And what is his ability? I can't remember that. Training, raw talent. Just do and trust. I'd rather just stick to that. I know it'll be pretty average, but I'm not great at the other mini games. I mean, I'm okay at the speed. And I think the guts, but that's about it. So Mr. T, you have... Okay, he doesn't even have any major abilities. So yeah, let's see. 52 response, 47 stam. He is on the decline, though. I think he was supposed to peak really quickly. In the last couple of races, we still haven't won with him. So I think was I going to retire him this year for breeding? Let's go to the barn. Maybe I was actually going to retire him anyways. Because he did really well last year. That was like a really solid breakout year for him that I wasn't really expecting. So maybe he was just going to be good for literally like a year. Because let's see, parents-wise. Do I even have... Yeah, I do have space. Okay, yeah, I must... That has to be the plan. That definitely was the plan. See, I haven't played in a while. I forgot what... I'm like, okay, was I still going to try to race him competitively? And no, he hasn't won a race in quite some time. So, that makes sense. That makes me feel a little bit better. Because I'm like, Perfect Dart, we still had a good performance. We just, I could have won the race, but it wasn't bad. Mr. T, that wasn't good. That wasn't a good performance. Partly, like I said, because of my timing, but mainly because I think he's just past his peak right now. And I'm going to retire him before this upcoming breeding session. So yeah, that's actually fine. That makes me feel a little bit better. Is he ready? No, he's not ready for that. But I kind of want to run him in this grade 1, just to give him a shot, because do we have anybody else on dirt that can do it? No. So we'll go ahead and put Mr. T in that grade 1. Like I said, we'll give him maybe a couple more races before April rolls around for breeding. And yeah. But still, I want to get better results. I don't want to have those type of performances. So I'll make sure to time it better next time for the spurt. Okay, and we're already up again with Mr. T. Solid odds still, so he still can be very competitive. Of course, Major River. It was so nice not having to say that name and to think about that horse. And, here we are. We're back. Major River. She's not the favorite, fortunately. She actually has realistic odds here today, as she should. Bioaxe is the favorite. Bioaxe is like hit or miss for me. Like, I'll sometimes recall seeing that horse for, like, Horse of the Year in, like, previous playthroughs. But, like, not a horse that, like, I really shiver about. Alright, so let's try to get this one right with Mr. T here. A win would be great, but let's just try to get a solid performance. I think we're supposed to finish like 5th or something, so let's try to improve that.
The horses.
Alright, let's just get into the gate, shall we?
And they're off.
And get him going sooner as well. Close race, okay. I keep forgetting that ability does tap in, so it's much better for me to probably get him closer to the wire sooner than not, just because if the other field starts to challenge, he'll be able to kind of bounce back. But if he's already in a fight and he's not moving anywhere, I don't think he's going to be as motivated to make any move. Make any roove. Make any roove and move, or moom. Make any room and make his move. That's what I was trying to say. But instead, I ended up saying moom and roove.
Hey, this is where the race is won.
Oh my gosh, man. My brain, just so many words, so many things going through my mind. That's usually what lets me know I need to meditate more to like clear my mind out. Okay, now I gotta get him going sooner now. It's a grade 1. This is gonna be tough, so let's see how he fights. Tough field. We're not really making a dent, but he's hanging in there. He is hanging in there. Mr. T is hanging in, and that's all I want to see. He's hanging in. Still have a furlong left to go. Still closing. We can have a decent result. Nope, overwhipped. But, tough race. I think we got 6th again. Tough race. 7th. Close enough. Yeah, tough race. I thought we were going to go somewhere, but his speed isn't kicking in like it used to. We actually finished where we were supposed to, and stretch rating moves up from a D to a C. Yeah, I got to get going a lot sooner then, huh? A lot sooner. I don't know why I thought he had I thought he had a really good turn of foot and closing speed. I guess not. I keep forgetting. I need to be ahead with him by the time you head into the stretch, and I haven't been doing that. It's been a while, obviously, since I've raced with him. So can we get him in one more race before he retires? No, that's going to be it. Well, I can still retire him anytime in April. Let's just try to see if he can still handle an open handicap. That's fine. We still have all of April to breed, so I'll get him in that last race and then I'll retire him. That was going to be the goal anyway, so that's fine. Hopefully, I think we'll be up with Scabbard or Perfect Dart. Arizona Mucho Mango. It's like my go-to drink for like recording videos, man. Perfect Dart, she's up. She is the favorite. And, now what are her abilities? Does she have anything? Closer. Okay. Yeah, so I gotta be a little bit patient with her. Because she has that... Now, she has a pretty good turn of speed, but you have to time it right. If you mistime it, then it doesn't quite work out for a win. Good start, as always. She gets out very well. Very well behaved. Like, it was a struggle trying to figure her out for, what, maybe the first year and a half of her career. And my goodness, how much faster do I have to run, dude? Oh my gosh. Thought we were fine, and it's like, no, you have to run way, way harder than that. Just not trying to gas her out so much, man. Yeah, I'm just going to fit her right here. But yeah, like I said, I have to wait a little bit longer. She has a really explosive turn of foot, but it only lasts for a short distance. Don't move in and then move out, man. Now, she has plenty of stamina left to go. Look at that turn of speed. This is what I'm talking about. That's the turn of speed of Perfect Art. I'm not going under the whip. No reason. She blows this field out of the water. That's the turn of speed I'm talking about. And that's what I mean by the timing. What a win. Oh, man. She has really kicked in as a 4-year-old. But I forgot. Crimson Art, remember, had a very late growth spurt. She could be a horse that gets better like that. She could. Like, maybe she'll really be... This could be her year or maybe her 5-year-old season. But really, really solid win right there. My goodness. I told you. That turn of speed with her is crazy. Win by 3 lengths. S-stretch. You see? I have her dialed in now. I really do. I feel much more confident with her. Yeah, it took 30-plus races to get there, but we got there. That's all that matters. It's not always about getting to a place like the fastest all the time. Ironically, in horse racing or even automotive racing, that sounds contradictory, but think about it. In terms of improving yourself and understanding something, it's like every driver that goes into automotive racing, some of the greater ones weren't the best at their time. Some of them were, some of them weren't. Sometimes it takes certain drivers a while to really get into their rhythm and to develop their skills. Same thing can be said in horse racing. Certain horses, it takes time for them to develop. They can be late bloomers. You know what I mean? So Scabbard, we are the favorite in this grade too, which we should be. So I think I should have bet on myself. It's okay. But that's the case with Perfect Art. Yeah, it took a while and a long time because, again, just Crimson Art hasn't been great as a sire to any of our foals. But now that I finally have figured her out, especially with her mother Perfect Partner being a really great, solid G1 winning horse for us, now I can figure out Perfect Art. And again, because Crimson took, 5 years to really develop and to be at its strongest, she could have a very similar growth spurt, where it still may take her till this year, which is her 4-year-old season, or her 5-year-old season, for her to really be strong enough for me to be in rhythm with her. You know what I mean? That's for sure. So, saving ground here with Scabbard. I'll relax. She's fine. I don't want her way in the back. I'm just trying to keep her ahead of some of these horses. Okay, you're gonna move in, of course. Oh, we got a long way to go. Let's see if we can punch through. Long way to go. May have botched this one unless she really runs him down here. She is, but I don't know. Oh my goodness, look at Scabbard. Is she gonna get up there at the wire? Nope. Oh, I messed that one up. Started way too far back. It's a good thing I didn't bet on myself. I was like, you know what? It's okay. Oh, I messed that one up tremendously. She's a great horse, but she is slowly, I think, on the decline already. Or no, maybe she... I can't remember. I'll have to look at her growth spurt again. Man, I totally messed that up. Yeah, terrible stretch. That's my fault. My positioning was bad too because I kept letting her fall to last place. I wanted to save a lot of ground with her in that race. I didn't really want to keep her as close to the rest of the mid pack, the midfield. So again, that's my fault. I just gotta really get dialed back in. In trust training, it's still a top 3 finish. Like, it's not like I'm losing money. I'm still getting in the money. It's just these are easy wins, and I'm just kind of botching it at the moment. Give me time. I'll be fine. So, Scabbit, she sustained. Yeah, so actually, that's a race that I definitely messed up. I can't remember if she was already on the decline, but she's only 4 years old, so that's my fault. I'll bounce back with her as soon as I can. Run her in a... Actually, just run her in this grade. Actually, let's run her in the grade 2. Should have won that one. Unless the grade 3 prize pool is bigger. No, it's not. Alright. Get that for her. Perfect art. Let's keep you going, man. Because we're on a roll with you. And, Royal Cup. Perfect. Let's really see if she can try to get that. I've been trying to win that with her. It's been a struggle, but that'd be awesome. To win the Royal Cup with her. Alright, let me save right quick. Again, because of all the issues I've been having with recording, as you guys can see, now I have to be very conscious of saving pretty periodically in my games. It frustrates me so much to lose footage, especially if it's like an hour long. And especially if certain good things happen like in the video. I hate to lose that footage, so I'd rather be safe and save more frequently than forget to and regret it. Because when that happens, it frustrates me beyond belief. And I'm like, I should have just been saving anyways. Here we are, the Royal Cup. We are the favorites with perfect art. Let's go. I got to get this win. Got to run this right. Got to get the win. I have to be patient because you guys saw her turn of speed. If I do that too soon, she'll gas out. She can only keep that up for so long. She's really explosive in the final furlong and a half. Furlong, maybe 1.75, 1.8, around that range. She really kicks in. So I have to be patient with her. People tell me go at 2. It's like, okay, I can get her going at 2, but not really going at 2. You know, I keep trying to explain that to people, and it's like, that's how I know like they haven't watched me play this game long, because everybody else that's here, you guys understand how I play this game. You understand how I usually start my spurts with horses I feel confident in. If I know what they're capable of, and I know that they have a really explosive turn of speed, I will start later. I don't mind winning the race in the last furlong if I know my horse is going to have a super crazy explosion of speed. You know? Like, you really... For me, what's worked for me is actually being responsive to each horse's running style. If a horse is has a really fast spurt, you don't have to start so early. You can give it a little bit of time. You don't have to start it at the regular level. If your horse has a mid-average spurt, then yes, you start at 2 furlongs. If your horse has a slow spurt, you can't start at 2. You lost the race. You have to start at 2.5. So hopefully that makes sense. So some of you that may be new to the channel, you have to look at it like that. That's how I play this game, and that is what has gotten me success, especially on hard. Playing the other way on any other difficulty, or on this difficulty, is not really going to get you wins. You'll struggle. Because then you'll just be playing the game the same way with each horse instead of playing the game according to how your horses run, which is what the game should... I mean, that's what it's about anyways. Being one with your horse. If you're just running the horse however you want to and not really understanding your horse, you're out of sync, you know what I mean? If the horse likes to run and have a fast spurt and explode in the last couple of furlongs, that's what you do. You let the horse do that. You don't try to change that because it doesn't, for whatever purpose. See, now I can roll. Look at this. Great outside trip. Don't have to go on the whip. She's got plenty. She's gone. Perfect Dart is gone. Now the 7 is rolling, but no, Perfect Dart is gone. That's the Royal Cup. She blows this field away. Again, I don't have to go on the whip with her anymore. That's 2 back-to-back races off of the whip, and she gets the Royal Cup. She is really kicking in, isn't she, guys? She's really kicking in now. Let's go. I love to see the girl run. Abigail, no more hot-tempered, spicy fillies. She is the very, very mild, calm filly. No more spice. No more spice. That's right. Let's go. Great win, man. Great freaking win. Yes, just you in the picture. Really, I know I'm in the picture as the jockey, but really just want her in the picture. She deserves the glory. What a great win for Perfect Art. Let's go, man. Win our bet as well. That's what I mean, man. I know when to start with her. I go after 2 furlongs, and you see what happens. She blows the field out of the water. She gets that turn of speed from her mother. You guys remember how fast Perfect Partner was. If you haven't picked her up in this game, I highly suggest it, especially if you want really fast horses, because you're seeing what happens. 89 speed. Like, she could tap out. She could hit 90 if we keep doing well with her. 7 stats in the 70s and 80s. And her temper is almost 70 as well, so she's very mild-mannered. And again, Abigail, she has no spice. Finally, right? So yeah, she's kicking in. It's 2 back-to-backs. We should have won the first race we did with her earlier. 2 G1s, 40,000 in earnings from Crimson Art out of Perfect Partner. This is the best horse that Crimson Art has produced. The only really solid horse he's produced. But I give a lot of that to her mother. I think she inherited Crimson's stats, but it really feels like I'm racing on Perfect Partner now. You know what I mean? She races a lot like her mom, more than Crimson. I think the only thing she has in common with Crimson is her late growth spurt. That's like literally it. Otherwise, she runs like Perfect Partner with a little bit less stamina. Perfect Partner, I think, had more stamina. She doesn't. But that's really what it's like with Perfect Partner. So it's like, finally, I get a mother-daughter combination that's actually working as far as like the daughter running just like her mother. We usually get that with the Colts all the time, but it's finally nice to get that with the fillies. So again, it's a G2. We're not the favorite. Non-Stop Cannon is. Who is that? What? Non-Stop Cannon. You guys may know of that horse. I have never heard of Non-Stop Cannon in this game. That name is kind of insane when you think about it. Huh. Non-Stop Cannon. Kind of the pink bandages. Clean looking horse. Okay. Never heard of him. Post position 1 with Scabot. I like it. Make sure I keep her much closer to the front. I botched that last G2 with her because I had her way too far back for no real reason. I don't know why. I didn't need to be running her that far back. I know I didn't want her too close to like the midfield, but I could have given her a little bit more space. So, alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Perfect Art, man. She's really turning out to be quite great for an original. Really happy with her. Is she on pace of being our best original so far in this game? Even better than like not Glue Factor, he's from 2001. Is she on par of being better than Mr. T? And who else do we have as an original that was really good? I feel like Mr. T has been the best so far. Who's been better than him that we've retired? I'll have to double check. I don't think any of our other originals have been better than Mr. T and Perfect Art. I think they're finally like our legitimate, potentially, well, you know, grade 1 winning originals. So I think Perfect Art, she's already even doing better than Mr. T. So she might be on pace for being our best original so far. And especially our best filly that will retire as a mare.
5 furlongs to go.
She's already on pace for that. Okay.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Alright. Now I'm going to move her to the inside right now just to kind of get her into position. Keeping her much closer because we have a long way to go. Now this inside should free up. Part the C. Oh, get out of the way. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Ah, is this gap even going to open up? I still feel like we're squeezed in here. I'm struggling with Scabbit right now. Okay, she's still pushing through. We're not going to get this horse. Yeah, I totally botched that. Oh, man. I really need to get going a lot sooner. I'm not getting her out in front. Yeah, I'm not getting her out in front at all. That's totally my fault. Like, I just won a G1 with Perfect Art, who I don't think is a better horse than Scabbit in this game, obviously. Comparing an original to a, you know, an already imported horse. But, or I should say an original horse to a created horse. But yeah, I'm really underestimating how soon I need to get her going. This horse, okay, Honeybee's a late bloomer. I gotta write that down. Is she in my notes? I hope you are. Yes, Honeybee, late bloomer. Now, again, she's a late... Okay, so this confirms that Perfect Art, the filly we just won the grade 1 on, is a late bloomer. I do have it in my notes. Honeybee, she is also a foal of Crimson Art. Any horse that breeds with Crimson Art, they're going to have late... I mean, they're going to be a late bloomer. So that's actually... So see, this is good to know now. Because then you're not really stressing if your horses aren't doing great earlier in their careers. You know it's a patience thing, and eventually it'll be worth it. New baby boy has been born. All right. Now, I don't even remember who the parents are. Can I change the name? Yeah, I don't even remember who the parents are. Let's see. I'll have to choose a full name. Random wheel generator. I'm going to pull this up. And I think it's still saved from the last time we did it on the live stream as far as cult names. So I should just be able to spin this thing. We don't have a whole lot left. Okay, we do still have some. I think these are cult names, right? Cash, yep. Okay, cool. Cinder's Ash, alright, put that in there for Gallop Racer 3. Okay, cool. So I'm going to spin the wheel now. You guys can't see what's happening. I could have recorded this part. I don't really need to. The random wheel selects Striking Moon. You know what? I think that is perfectly fitting. You hear the claps from the random wheel in the background. They also love the name of Striking Moon. It sounds like everybody's having a fantastic time here with Striking Moon's name, and I approve of that. Or I approve that. I kind of want to keep it all as one. I didn't even spell striking right. I am an idiot. Striking, Eric, not stringing. I'm like, why does that look so weird to me? It's because it's like it does look weird, dude. You spelled a different horse's name. Stringing Moon. That just sounds weird. Is it like a moon made out of string? Striking Moon. There he is. Oh my gosh. Breeding season has begun, so time to... Oh no, Mr. T, I'll retire after his race. So here's perfect... 90 speed for Perfect Art. What'd I tell you? I wonder if she's better than Scabbit statistically. Can I see this? 90 speed. I love seeing an original horse with that 90 speed rating. It's great to see in a Gallop Racer horse in general. But when it's a horse you created and you see that red 90 bar... Really for any category, but for me, speed, I'm just like, oh man. I am in Gallop Racer paradise, bro. Like, seriously. Now, that's Mr. T's stats. I'm trying to get the perfect Scabbit. Yeah, wow. Perfect Art is way better than Scabbit. I mean, Scabbit's still a great horse. Clearly, she's S ranked. But I mean, in terms of her stats, Perfect Art is much better. Yeah, there's a couple of categories she's losing in, and that's like 3. 3 or 4 categories tops. Otherwise, she is unanimously better statistically than Scabbit. So I need to be more mindful riding on Scabbit. I think I can get away with things on Perfect Art because look at her stats. 90 speed, lots of yellows, and lots of those stats are higher than Scabbit's. And if we keep winning with her, she could possibly turn into an S-ranked horse. That's a little bit, I mean, that's a high goal, but I think we could do it. We'll run her in this grade 2. That should be a nice, easy win. Alright, so Scabbit, we'll give you some time off. I gotta get you going sooner. I keep going way too late. Way too late. So I'll get her going sooner so I don't mess that up. Alright, Mr. T, this is your last race, buddy. Apologize for butchering your last couple, but you know what? You've done well for us. Way better than anybody expected, so we'll forever appreciate you for that. We are the favorite. I'll bet on myself. I need the confidence booster so I don't really mess up. Doesn't mean it always happens, but it gives me a little bit more sense of urgency to actually do well, as opposed to just saying I will and then I don't. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't want to lose this money, so I'm really going to like try to focus. Sometimes, certain races, I just kind of just like to just vibe and just kind of do it casually, not really having to like assert too much effort unnecessarily. I just like to just let it happen. And then there's races like this where it's like, okay, I really have to win. Like, I gotta focus. It's a huge difference. I don't know if other people experience that when gaming, but like, I routinely do. Like, I have my moods where I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna play this too seriously, and then I'm like, okay, I do want to start playing this more seriously and be competitive. I do that in a lot of my games. I play this game called Warframe. Some of you may not know what it is. I play that game the same way. Like if I'm just grinding, just trying to level up my weapons, for the most part, I'll play pretty casually. But if I'm playing, you know, a part of Warframe where I have to like do a certain mission and like get a certain boss, Revolution here with Mr. T. But if I have to do like a certain mission, horse got in the. I hate that, man. I couldn't control him. Horse totally got in the way of the freaking completion of the revolution. If we can hold this off, as we're about to stroll through to an easy win. You see, I put the pressure on myself and I get the dub. But I focused. I made sure I ran him how I needed to run him, and I was actually concentrating. My point being, in Warframe, if I'm grinding, like I said, I play it very casually. I'm not really trying too hard. You know, it's just kind of very easy going, right? If I'm playing really, really serious, like for example, fighting really, really tough creatures that are like super high levels and they're really tough to beat, that is a time I will really zero in and focus and actually try to like play the game seriously, and I can usually still beat those guys as long as I'm focusing. But it's 2 gears for me. So sometimes when I said that to say, when I'm playing Gallop Racer, sometimes I have those gears where I'm not really dialed in, you know, to really maximize the result. I know I should be, but it takes a lot of energy, man. It takes a lot of energy. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, I just want to just play casually and try to do my best to win without really focusing. And then other times it's like that race, I'm like, okay, I need to win this. Like, no excuses. I need to win this race. And look what happened. We win it by a couple of lanes. So I can still win with Mr. T when I really focus. Obviously, and it's taken me 2 or 3 races now to understand that, but it doesn't matter. We're retiring him. So we're going to bet on ourselves here with Perfect Art because she is the favorite in today's G2, as she should be. She's fresh off of that Royal Cup Grade 1 win. So she should be looking strong here, and we should get another win. She's definitely a late bloomer, that's confirmed, and I promise you, I feel like I'm getting so dialed in with her. And what will remind me of her father is if she can continue to win like this for another 1.5 years. Then she'll start to remind me of Crimson Art, because that's how he was. We could just win so consistently with him for such a long time. Compared to Perfect Partner. Perfect Partner was your typical really solid 1 year and that's it. We had like 2.5 really good years with Crimson Art. At least 2 minimum. You know, so double the amount of usual time you have with the horse winning. So, riding her, she feels like her mother, Perfect Art, in terms of her running style. If she continues her dominance, then I'll start to feel like, okay, this is definitely Crimson Art's foal. This is definitely Crimson Art's daughter. 100%. And that would really be lovely to see. Because, like I said, I love Crimson. It sucks that he hasn't really been a great sire. So, I would like for finally at least one of his foals to actually be worthwhile for us. You know what I mean? And to, like, be a true winner. A true winner. A consistent, long-term true winner. Not just like, oh, half a year, a year's worth. Like at least 2 years. 2 years of really good dominance. Because like I said, that's unusual for a horse to be that, in this game, to be good for consecutive years. We usually get a year, 1.5 years, if we're lucky. And then like eventually, results will start to shift. So again, late spurt, I'm not going when everybody else is going. Not yet, I don't have to. We're still near the front. I'm still near the front. Look, it's under 2, I'm not going yet. I'm not going, now we can roll. Now we can roll, and she's going to take off. Because she's got a huge turn of speed, and I need to make sure that she has enough stamina in the tank to roll like this at the end. I didn't even have to put her under the whip. I don't have to. Over-whipped her, she's still okay. The 13 is gassed anyways. Easy win. You see, I don't go at 2 furlongs. If I do, she tires out, we lose the race. You gotta respond in the that, according to your horse. At the end of the day, they are more important than us, because they're such beautiful, magnificent creatures, and they deserve all of the proper treatments that they should receive. As beautiful things that we can actually see, watch, race with on this planet and in the game. So the horses come first, man. It's a very selfish human thing to say that we come first. It's like, no, we need to take care of the horse first, and then we'll handle our needs, because the horse can only take care of itself to such an extent. We as humans can take care of ourselves completely. You know what I mean? Horses can't completely do that from like some of the essentials, especially if they're a racehorse. Like you really have to make sure you're on it in regards to everything with them. So that's my mindset. And again, Perfect Art, that is 3 for 3 back-to-back wins. She might start feeling like Crimson now. She might. I need to remember to retire Mr. T before I miss a year of breeding like I did with Lee's Gold in 2004. Shout out to Abigail. That will not happen. I will remember. So we're going to go ahead and get to that. My horses. Mr. T. He finishes with one last win. Very happy for that. We're going to retire you to the stud farm. Undercover Agent was pretty good, but Mr. T was definitely better. So like I said, Mr. T so far has been our best Colt Gallop Racer Original. And then they're all the same. B and A, B and A, B and A, B and A. They're all the same. Now I do have space for another horse. For a foal. Now who am I going to breed? So similar, man. Like I said. No, we were going to do Mr. T, and I wrote it in the notes. Abigail left a note. Or comment, but I can't remember. Mr. T and Perfect Art, I think, is who you initially suggested, but yeah, I don't actually see any suggestions here on my notes. So, I remember there was a certain Mr. T breeding combination I wanted to do, but I cannot remember with who. So, yes, somebody with good stamina would actually be really nice. Let's see. All their staminas are pretty bad, though. D for Perfect Partner. C for Dear Puffy. E for Red Daisy. C for Scotch Dancer. E for Follow Her Lead. So I'm definitely going to breed Mr. T with Scotch Dancer or Dear Puffy. Have we created any foals from her? I'm sure we have. She does have Stretch Burst. What about Scotch Dancer? I think this is the one I initially wanted to do because of her speed. We could get her speed and stamina already with Mr. T's. Because you see, Mr. T here, he's A in all of the important categories I want except for stamina. So his stamina is not great. So I would like to at least balance that out with either Scotch Dancer, who again has C stamina. So as long as his stamina is average, that'll be fine. I don't want another foal with like really bad stamina. That's pretty much been all of them up until now. And their speed is also S here for Scotch Dancer. And B for Gut. So I think that would help. But then if you look at Dear Puffy, again, Dear Puffy's speed is only B. Her Guts is only A. So, and her temper is S, though. But Mr. T was fine. I mean, I think he had a little bit of a temper, but it never bothered me at all. I can't recall ever being like, oh, he has a temper. I don't like this horse. Like, his temper, I don't think his temper rating was good. Yeah, his temper is E, but like he was actually a horse that it never like got to me. Like I was never affected by his temper, not like with other fillies I've had in the past or something like that. His temper never bothered me. So obviously I'm thinking Scotch Dancer is a little bit of the better choice here, just because of that S speed. That would be great on Mr. T. With his A speed, we should get another really fast horse. And again, her stamina C. She does have Spurt. Her leg type is Closer. Okay, so that'll be interesting. She'll be a turf horse. He or she will be a turf horse. Yeah, we're gonna do. I think I was gonna do Mr. T and Scotch Dancer anyways. I can't remember. I couldn't imagine wanting to do anybody else. I feel like I haven't really used Dear Puffy yet, but again, you know, her speed being at B, there's really no sense in like sacrificing a fast horse unnecessarily with average speed. So. Alright, we're going to do Mr. T and Scotch Dancer. And again, I'm pretty sure that's what I was going to do. I just don't know why I didn't write it down. Because Scotch Dancer has given us, well, I don't know if we've seen a foal from Scotch Dancer yet. Honeybee, the 2-year-old that we're training now, she's from Scotch Dancer. So we'll see her soon. But I think this is a pretty good breeding. Like I said, we'll get a horse with better stamina, at least average stamina. We're going to continue to work on that until we can get a legitimate long stamina, like A-ranked horse. It's just we don't have the space, and they're hard to find in the market. They're very hard in this game. So we'll continue to kind of breed the stamina up, and we'll get this to average. And then whatever this full horse is, Colt or filly, once we retire them, hopefully breed them with another horse with the same rating. Like, let's say the foal from these two comes out with C-rank stamina. That's our highest anyways. Then that foal, when it grows up, I'm hoping that we can breed that C-rank stamina with another C rank stamina, you know? And just keep kind of continuing to work on it to that extent. But like I said, this horse should have average stamina, which average stamina combined with really high speed, a lot of wins, a lot of good performances for sure. It's always, like I said, really low and really bad stamina ratings that can kind of take away from your speed figure. So again, Mr. T has A rank speed, Scotch Dancer has S rank speed. So, and the guts, like I said, is not great, but we can work around that. The temper won't be great. Again, neither of them really had bad tempers that bothered me, so those ratings being low doesn't really affect me. And then power should be pretty solid, so should be able to run good on most courses. Staying A, so this should be easy to get them in rhythm. This should be a really strong foal for us. And successful. Let's go. So, that's how we're going to move. Now, for the training center, what do I still need to upgrade? I think it costs $250, man. Extend. Yeah, the poly track. We're getting there, though. 45k more. And we can, I think, upgrade the last bit. So, still just 2 horses now. It's just the filly. It's just perfect. Or, well, filly Scabbit and mare perfect dart. And perfect dart, my gosh, she is way better than Scabbit right now. I got to redeem myself with her. We'll run her in. Well, can't run her in that. She has a handicap. That's fair enough. Handicap course. Opens aren't going to work for her. But the weight. That's fine. We can run her in the Regal, but you know, I need to like win a race with her. I don't want to put her in a grade 1 if I'm just going to botch it. So we'll do that. Striking Moon. Can't wait to see that horse. Agent Daisy. Who is she from? Agent Daisy is going to be from Undercover Agent and Red Daisy. I think I already retired Red Daisy as a... Was she up there for broodmares? I don't even remember seeing her. I think she was just a one-time breeding anyways. Agent Daisy. Awesome freaking name. She better be like an absolute monster. No, I'm kidding. But she better be pretty nice. Yeah, I know we could have done better. Shut up, man. Go away. My gosh. Well, don't go away. Just stop saying the most obvious stupid thing. Like, I'm not doing the training. I'm just trusting that horse with the computer. Honeybee from Crimson Art, not a Scotch Dancer. Yeah, maybe if I were participating in the training, she'd be doing a lot better. But I'm not really worried about it. Let's run her in the Regal. That's going to be a tough race for her, but she hasn't won in Europe yet. So I would love for her to get a win there. That would really put her on like Crimson Art status. Close to it. Alright, let's race. But yeah, like, I'm sure participating in the best training sessions, I could actually, you know, increase her stats. I'm fine just putting on basically autopilot and just seeing what the game gives us. Because realistically, I've done, for at least 2 of the originals, I thought I did really well on most of their training manually, and then the stats still didn't come out that great. And I think Basic Blue said something similar in his video. So clearly, like, manually playing and getting your scores isn't as huge of an influence as it seems. You know what I mean? So I'll just trust the autopilot, the Entrust, and then we'll just work with the horse from there. If they have really good parents, I don't think us manually doing the training is going to make that much of a difference. So Scabbit, we got to get a win. She's a favorite, and I will. I gotta keep her closer to the front and get her going sooner. I don't know why I keep having her just sit so far off the lead. She needs to get going a lot earlier than what I'm doing. So no more botches with that. Officially no more. The pressure is on. I know I've been betting on her. But the pressure's on. I'm not going to mess this one up. I'm going to run her more towards the midfield.
And they're off. That was a beautiful start.
So yeah. Keep her much closer to the front. Make sure I get her going sooner too. I think this is a little too far. Oh, shut up. I'm just holding her back a little bit because she was way too far. Way too close to the front. Now, this should be good. This is perfect. This is actually perfect right now. I can close that gap really quickly as long as I get started at the right time. She could be a little bit further back, but I'm okay running her up here. Like, even on the leg type indicator, it's still a little bit shaded, so she could still run with the front runners. I think you just have to run her at a really low pace, you know what I mean? Just like make sure you're running her where she's still saving a lot of stamina.
Where the race is won.
Yeah, stamina's pretty good right now. We're just approaching halfway. No, you guys aren't gonna block me. Gotta get her going now. I know. Just hoping to gap freeze. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing.
2 furlongs to go.
Okay, thank you.
Show your guts.
There we go. There we go. All right, dig in. Now she's up there. Now she's up at the front. Ah, overwhipped. Overwhipped. Oh, no, 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 no. Kick back, kick back, kick back. Oh, no. I really stunted her momentum with that. Oh, wow. Just one too many taps. Oh, darn. One too many taps. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. We're still getting money. It's just like, wow, one too many taps. You saw her. We were going past the horse in the lead, and I just absolutely just... Okay. I mean, I ran everything right. That one tap ruined the stretch. Because if that didn't happen, we would have won the race, and I guarantee you the stretch rating would have been S, 100%. One tap. So Purple Heart, she's not the favorite today. I don't expect her to be. These horses are much tougher than the ones we race in North America. So, yeah, I will bet on myself. I'm just going to do a show bet. And let's try to get this win. Long Beach. The Regal S in Long Beach. Okay, I thought we were in Europe, but no. Well, I thought this race actually was a European race just based by the name, but I forgot the track is actually Long Beach. So,
It's a beautiful day.
let's see how she does, man. It's a cloudy day here in Long Beach, California, eh? So I mean, these are still a lot of horses that would run in the Europe and like the toughest Europe races as well. So it's the same class. Like, since this is a special G1, it's not the typical G1 with the typical, you know, horses you encounter through the year. These are like specially ranked Gallop racer horses. So these are going to be a lot tougher to work with, but that's fine. Don't fall too far off. You're a little off the pace here, babe. A little off the pace. Okay. There we go. Just want to get it right there. That's fine. What is the 12 doing out there? What a madman. What an absolute madman. You psycho. Like, I can understand still running that far if there was still other horses in your way. There was no other horse blocking him from moving to the inside. And we weren't even really, like, on a turn yet.
This is where the race is won.
What an interesting fella. I don't know if the horse is Colt or Philly, but the jockey, like, what are you doing, bro? Now we're in closing distance here at Perfect Art. This is perfect closing distance. Just gotta wait. Gotta wait. Okay, here we go. Gotta punch it now. Revolution, let's go. Let's go. Blow them out of the water. There she is. Perfect Art. There she is. There she is. I can't tell if these horses are passing us or if it just moved up the meter. I cannot tell. I can't tell. No, we blew them away. Perfect Art gets another. Now she's starting to feel like Crimson Art. Now she is starting to feel like her father, Crimson Art. That dominance is starting to kick in, man. It's like an adrenaline rush in this game. It's starting to kick in. Wow. You see, I run perfectly fine with her. I run perfectly fine. Now that's an awesome picture with our silk colors. Finally, our silk colors look decent for something. And we set the record. I mean, you guys think, some of you guys may think I don't know what I'm talking about with this game, man. Like, this is the stuff I talk about when it comes to really knowing your horse and understanding how your horse likes to run. She looks beautiful out there, man. Like, clearly I am so much more in rhythm with her than Scabbit, and on top of that, she is a much, much better horse than Scabbit already. She's becoming a much better horse. Scabbit can be dominant and win you a whole bunch of G1s, no doubt. I'm not saying she can't, obviously, but this horse, as far as like her pure dominance and reliability, she's starting to become like Scabbit. You know, sometimes Scabbit can have some off trips, you know what I mean, where you miss first place and it's just kind of bad. Perfect Art, that's 4 back-to-back wins, 3 back-to-back G1 wins. She's stacking the G1 record way higher than I thought for an original. She's blowing that out of the water. Her turn of speed, she's so fast when I finally kick her in, man. Look at that stride. Look at her. She is amazing. She is absolutely amazing when her stride kicks in. That is glorious. That is glorious, man. And look at that. She wins easy. I'm just so happy. Finally, all of those races of frustration that I had with her and just not being on the same page, it was finally worth it. That's why I'm such a patient person in this game, because when you eventually get to this point where you can win like this on horses, it's worth it, 100%. Especially if it's an original horse you created. That's always a much better feeling, man. So yeah, perfect art. She is rolling, man. Absolutely rolling. Now, like I said, she's starting to feel like Crimson Art. Seriously. And again, remember, this horse, Honeybee, that we're looking at right now, slowly switching gears. Again, so happy for Perfect Art. Honeybee. Again, Honeybee is from Crimson Art, out of Scotch Dancer. And again, she's a late bloomer. Now, her power is terrible. And she is like a stalker. She wants to be in last place. Her response and health are really good. Let's look at her stats again. What an interesting gal. Oh, wrong horse. Duh. She's D-ranked, but again, she's a late bloomer. So that means she's really not going to kick in until she's almost a mare at 5 years old. So, looking at what she's going to be. Her response and health is really good. Obviously, her health has to be good since she's a late blooming horse. She's going to race a lot. Her response, 83. That's pretty good. So, it should be easier to dial her into a good rhythm. Her guts is not good. Temper not good. Feel not good. Braking terrible. Power terrible. Stamina not great. Staying and speed are like average. So these stats look very average right now. I'm not sure exactly how good she'll be once she's like in tip top. I don't know if, like, realistically, speed could definitely hit an 80 if she wins a lot, or if she at least performs well and she's still growing. Stamina might get up to close to a 60. Stamina goes up a lot slower in this game. Staying could possibly hit a 70. And then 5 of the bottom stats, basically, the max, I mean, they're so bad that them improving is not going to help that much. Not really. So yeah, she doesn't have any like really special stats as far as, you know, like a 70 speed or, you know, 75 stamina, or staying, I should say. She doesn't have anything specific like that. So I have really no idea. She turf or dirt? She's turf. Cool. That means we won't have to wait so long to get her in the race, because most of the time you have a dirt horse, their first race that they can run in on the dirt is all the way in freaking December. So good. She's ready to rock and roll. We'll see her in action here really soon. But yeah, her stats don't look great, so I'm very curious how she'll develop. I don't know. I can't see her being better than Perfect Art. Because Scotch Dancer was a beast of a horse. Technically speaking, I would think Scotch Dancer would be a stronger broodmare, but maybe not. I don't know. And she might be one of those horses like Sedate Ruler, where he doesn't really sire good foals with good stats, and just kind of just bad racing in general. She might be one of those, but I'll have to withhold judgment. There's still plenty of time. Try to get her into another G1. We can get her in the Summer Sprint. That's another good one for her to win, and this counts for the GWS as well. That's going to be a huge, huge race to win. Let's look at her stats right now. 91 speed. I promise you, I love seeing that red beam on speed. I love seeing it in this game. Look at her stats. Pretty solid, right? I can't see Honeybee having these type of stats. You know what I mean? I don't think Honeybee is even close to that. But we'll work with her. We could always improve her to a point where maybe she gets to a really good level. But Summer GP for Scabbard. I'm just gonna kind of toss her into the wind there, and not literally. I mean, I've been running her very lightly. I actually need to probably run her in a grade 1 to really feel like I need to focus up with her. I've been running her in grade 2s and the grade 3s that I've like botched. So good. Yeah, I'll bet top 3 on myself. I really should win this, but I don't know. I might just not be in rhythm with Scabbard anymore, which is weird. I felt like I was. Then I started racing on Perfect Art, and now like I'm completely in sync with her. I wouldn't have wanted to swap both of that. I would just want to be really good with both of them. So yeah, I gotta make sure with Scabbard I actually get her into the lead like before like the final turn. I'm running her as a, I know she is a closer, but Usually for me, she runs better when I get her ahead of every horse in the field by the time we hit the final stretch. But if I'm still behind a couple of horses, it's kind of harder to dig in with her. She can sometimes when she's at her max, but it's a little bit more of a struggle. I have no idea what's going to happen up here. They're still running like 4 wide. Yeah, they're still running 4 wide up there, which is a little bit annoying. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see.
5 furlongs to
Try to get a win with Scabat here. This would be a good win. No, she is far back. I need to get her moving now.
This is where the race is won.
Because this is going to close in a lot quicker than it looks. Okay, get her up there. Get up there. Get her up there. And keep her to the inside. Keep her to the inside. Okay, I gotta start kicking in right now. She needs a really good run. She needs a really good run. Come on, Scabbit. There we go. We're to the front. She has a good run. These horses are tough, though. Dig in, man. Don't overwhip. Don't overwhip. Dig in. Don't overwhip. Dig in. Yes. That's going to be a grade 1. Has to be. No, we got there at the wire, bro. That was tough. That was actually a much tougher race than I thought. Look at that. That's a close field, man. Nobody's really lagging behind. That's a pretty close field at the front. Oh, man. No, that's Scabbit, baby. That's Scabbit all day. You see, I focus up. We get the win. So it's still there with Scabbit, but yeah, I really got to get her to the front sooner. She has to be in front. I kept her much closer, and I got her going at the right time. All right, there we go. I needed that. It was botching races with her for no real reason. Yeah, no real reason, man. We went and we weren't supposed to. I should have bet a win on myself, man. I would have paid 10 G's. Let me start doing that more often, just in case, anyways. The risk is worth the higher, much higher reward. But finally, get a back-to-back. Well, not a back-to-back, but another win. In fact, we've been winning quite a bit, actually, with all of our horses. That's how it should be. All the gals now, the boys are off just doing boyish things in the barn, and it's just the gals out here putting in the work, and can I say they're putting in the work? They are. Finally, we have non-spicy fillies in here that are not giving me hard problems, and we're like turning them into pretty good horses. Scabbit is a given, of course, but perfect art. And I hope with Honeybee will be the same. I'm going to take a short break here. This episode will continue. I shall be right back. YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. We're back. I think this is still the same episode. I just took a break. It's actually been almost a full day since I last recorded. Really not that long. So, we're picking back up here in this video. Perfect Art, she'll be up in the summer sprint. Big race for her in Europe, I think. And then Honeybee will be making her debut over here week after. So, I believe we're about an hour into this video so far, I think from the last time I recorded. So I always hope you guys are enjoying the longer upload. So here we go with Perfect Art. She's been looking great, and she actually has pretty solid odds here today. Like I said, now she's starting to feel like Crimson Art. She's got 3 G1 wins on her, and she's still developing. So yeah, we raced her a lot, which I guess is good in hindsight. It just took us longer to get really comfortable with her. But now knowing that for maybe, who else is a foal from him? Agent Daisy. She'll be the next horse up in 2 years. Now that same thing for Honeybee as well, actually. We've gotten quite a few foals from Crimson. Some of them, the earlier ones didn't turn out great, but I think the later ones we've been breeding are turning out a little bit better. So Honeybee, she'll be racing after this event we do. She's also from Crimson, and again, I guess I really need to get dialed into these horses a lot sooner, because that's what's going to actually help me make usage of their sustained growth type, essentially. That's what they'll all have. Late bloomers, but sustained, because if you can figure it out early with them, hopefully it'll make a difference. I'm not going to bet on myself here in this race. Actually, you know what? I will do a top 3. I'll do a top 3. But essentially what I'm trying to say, if any of that made any sense, or if I just made it more complicated, I feel that Perfect Art was the first horse of Crimson's crop where Now I realize the importance of getting familiar with Crimson's foals, Crimson's pedigree, very early on. But there's still no worries because, I mean, the horses are all in good health and condition, so they can run a lot of races over a very long time. And I think that's the beauty of at least having Crimson Art as a father in that regards. Most of his offspring are going to be able to race for a long time, and the main thing is getting dialed into running them at their best. Now, for some horses that may take longer. Obviously here for Perfect Art, it really did take us a full 2 years to get to the point where we can now win big races with her. So for anybody else, I'm just hoping it doesn't take as long. But this is our race to win, man. This is really our race to win. Yeah, this is really, really our race to win. If we can manage this properly. And I feel like we'll be able to. Where's this positioning looking like? Just get her to the front. Okay, there we go, there we go. Settle in, very nice. So she's settled in nicely here. We are at the front, pushing, which is where we're supposed to be. Don't drop down too far. Don't drop down too far, just stay right here. And remember, late growth spurt for her. I mean, late growth spurt, but late regular spurt in a race. This is going to be tough. Now let's see what she does here. Perfect Art. Not going to go under the whip yet. We're still pushing. Furlong to go. Now we're going to push the whip. Let's see if she digs in. Half a furlong left to go. Tough field. I could have tried to get the jump on them. I think that was going to be a little bit overzealous, though. And I think that's like 6th place. Outside the money. I think we're supposed to finish 5th anyways. That was a tough race, tough field. I'm not disappointed. Yeah, we're supposed to finish 6th. And pretty much nailed it on everything. So that was just a tough race, tough field for her. Nonetheless, I don't think she has great power. I'll have to double check. I think that's what hurt her. I felt that running up that small incline in the last, what, maybe furlong or so really kind of hurt her. But still a good performance, considering how tough that race was. I don't like to see. Her power's 50. It's not terrible. That red speed 91, I will never get over that. Her power's not terrible, but that was going to be a tough race regardless. And for that closer ability, yeah, definitely need to be ahead. So that could have potentially helped us in that race on that straight. That was going to be difficult to navigate, but still she finished where she was supposed to, so you really can't even be mad at the performance. So we're moving on. Honeybee making her debut. This filly comes from Crimson Art out of Red Daisy. And as far as the tack, I gave her no real tack, just the yellow bandages on the 2 backs. Not great odds here, but I'm excited to see what she'll do. Now, Red Daisy, I don't remember anything about. I know that's an original we just recently retired, but that's really about it. So again, you look at her stats, of course, good health. So that means she'll be able to race for a long time. So she'll definitely she'll average, I would say, over 30 races in her career based off of what we've witnessed with Perfect Art, who would be her half-sister. She does have spurt and closer. That's really good. So I got to get her out in front of everybody else as soon as we get to the stretch, or as we're approaching the stretch. Got to make sure she's taking the lead. So Honeybee, like I said, her stats don't look great. That power being at 28 is really bad. Remember, her mother is Red Daisy, who wasn't great. Red Daisy was, I think, average, maybe a little bit below average at best. Now, what's her leg type? I will have no idea of, right? Oh, no. Leg type is revealed. I forgot. This is in 2004. They actually reveal everything, too. She is a complete closer. So, this is going to be interesting. I wonder how she's going to race. Yeah, I forgot. This is not 2004. And I don't have to guess about my horse's stats. I like that. That's another thing I like about this game. Perfect partner with the record. What do you know? The mother of the last horse we just ran on. She has the record here. Now, beauty of this is with Honeybee, I can just let her just hang back here. And as long as she's in last place, she'll be fine. Now, this 4-horse to the next of us. Bro, go ahead of me, please. Thank you. What am I doing? I was trying to wait till that horse got past me. Now, she's going to have some crazy closing speed to make this work, like, honestly. She's going to need crazy, crazy closing speed. I don't know if that's going to work for her or not. And the thing is, she wants to run at the... I mean, her abilities are so conflicting. Like, I can't even tap into her abilities because it's impossible to Well, there's a revolution. It's going to be impossible to overtake when I'm not in front of any horses. You know what I mean? Don't block me. Now look at this spurt from Honeybee. She's closing in. She's closing in, closing in, closing in. Oh, man. She almost got there. Wow, wow, wow. Talk about closing speed. I think the closer ability is going to be hard to tap into because, again, she has to be ahead of the horses as we hit the final turn. So I would probably have to get her going sooner for that to activate. But at least she has spurt. Hitting her revolution was super simple. So, again, we're supposed to finish 9th. We finished 3rd. And double X on everything. That's a great debut for Honeybee. Like, fantastic. Like I said, I think that her abilities and her leg type is still quite conflicting. But I'm not really worried. If that is how she's going to perform, I think I can maybe get her going a little bit sooner. What a great effort there from Honeybee. Oh my goodness. She's already ready to roll again. Yeah, that was a great performance there. Like I said, she has closer and spurt. Spurt is fine to activate kind of whenever in the stretch, but closer, she has to overtake the rest of the horses as we essentially get into the stretch. And because we need to run her in last place, that's going to be a little bit conflicting. Now, is she grade 1 ready? She is grade 1 ready. I'm just going to toss her into... I kind of want to toss her in a grade 1. I don't think she has anything to lose. Here, let's run her in a grade 1 in Dublin. It's a distance shorter than what she wants. I think she can handle that. Her power is bad, but I just want to see what she does, honestly. Just want to see what she does, and I probably won't put her in another one after that. Now, Scabbit, she also needs some G1s here. Super Mile Cut, that'll be a good test for her. And then Perfect Art, we'll still wait till she's ready to go. Which she should be ready right now. Awesome. Alright, so Perfect Art, we will try to get you into something. Super Sprint, why not? 6.5. I'm gonna keep the fillies. I'm gonna keep all the gals are running in G1s this week. I really think they need to be tested here. Perfect Art, definitely. I want to try to get one of those bigger races, bigger G1 wins in Europe. Same thing for Scabbit. And then Honeybee, I want to see how she can compete. Now here we are in the Dublin Stakes. It's a grade 1 for Honeybee. She's gonna be the long shot, of course. She's a late developing horse. Golden Monster's in this field. I'm going to bet on Golden Monster for sure to win, place, and show. She's the 8 horse. So yeah, I'm definitely betting on Golden Monster here. I think she should blow this field apart. But again, I just want to see what Honeybee is capable of in this type of field. I just want to see some fight. We have no worries here. We're expected to finish last. So beating any horses in this race, I think, will be a good testament to show her will, her guts for Honeybee. Even though, again, she's a late developing horse. So she's not really going to be her best until she's close to 5 years old. Almost to when she's a mare. It's the same thing with Perfect Dart. So now that I know that, I can really dissect these races and kind of her running style. See what works best. The wiping of the goggles, the most obnoxiously annoying cringe thing in this game. 110%. Why would you wipe the goggles? You barely were on the track. The goggles should be like shoe shine clean. Like there shouldn't be a speck of dust smudging anything on the goggles right now. So that animation, oh, so funny. She does have a bad temper, but again, it's nothing that I'm worried about. So yeah, like I said, yeah, it's tricky. Like I said, her ability closer doesn't really work with this leg type, so I don't know how this is gonna pan out. As far as when to get her going. And this is a tough field. So I think I'm going to have to start rolling her up now. For sure. Yeah, we got a long way to go. Very long way to go. Spurt, let's go. That's great. That's great. Let's see what Honeybee is capable of, man. Look at her charging down this field a little bit. She's showing some fight here. Now, this is where the power may come in handy. Honeybee, look at her go. And her first G1 against these European horses mainly. That is a great first-time effort. Honeybee may... So interesting. Because she is, again, from Crimson Art and Scotch Dancer, I forgot. And Golden Monster finishes 3rd. At least I get my show bet. But Honeybee is from Crimson Art and Scotch Dancer. I don't know if I said that. I think earlier I made a mistake and said it was Crimson Art and Red Daisy's foal. No, The horse you just witnessed is from Crimson Art out of Scotch Dancer. Scotch Dancer was amazing, by the way. She's obviously a broodmare, or excuse me, her mare recently retired, and she was amazing. Yeah, Scotch was like, whoa. So Honeybee should be pretty strong, honestly. She should be pretty strong. Perfect Dart is up here in another European G1 here, the Super Sprint C in Normandy, 6.5 furlongs. Another tough field. We're expected to finish 5th. I am going to bet on myself to show, because I know I need to get going a bit sooner against these type of horses. I am really, really, really excited for Honeybee. And she is much easier to work with, actually. Keeping her at the back and then just timing when to get her going. She has decent stamina if I keep her at the back. She doesn't have to run hard. So I think Honeybee is going to be... I think it's going to be a lot easier for us to get into rhythm with Honeybee, clearly. That's 2 back-to-back races of great results, finishing way higher than what we were supposed to. And that grade 1, and that was a huge test. A huge test for her. And she still looks strong, considering it's going to take her 2 years minimum to be at her best. So I think there are good things to come for Honeybee. So maybe finally, like, the gals are working with Crimson Art, apparently. Some of these foals we've been able to watch develop now that are 2-year-olds, and then in this case, a Perfect Art racing now a 5-year-old mare. I think more patience is required than I thought. I admit I was probably a little bit overzealous with some of the Crimson offspring, and clearly it's a case of really being patient, because again, they do inherit that late growth type from him. So clearly it's just the patience, man. It's the patience with his horses that are really, I think, going to pay off. So I'm glad to finally see that, ultimately. Now again, got to make sure we get her up in contention with these horses. Here we go. Let's see how she digs in. Come on, Perfect. Dig in. Oh, she's got these horses, man. She's got these horses. Dig in, girl. Dig in, Perfect. Look at her go. Look at Perfect Art go. The 6 is rolling up on us. 6 is rolling. Come on, Perfect. Oh, we're going to get nabbed at the line. Oh, man. What a run. What a run. What a run. I'm not even mad at that, bro. I'm not even mad at that. That 6, there was nothing I could do. That 6 was coming like a bat out of you-know-what. Oh, man. What a race. There was nothing better I could have done. That's nonstop playing. Literally just had a little bit more left in the tank. Really strong closing speed, but Perfect Art. What a run for her. She gets 2nd place in that race. Nonstop, sets the record. Nonstop playing sets the record, and we finished half a length off. Barely. We were right there. That horse just got us at the line. Great effort. Great effort from Perfect Art. Fantastic stuff. So happy about that performance, man. My goodness. What a run. What a run. Almost could have won that. Can't even be disappointed. I'm just glad to see such great consistency with her. And remember earlier in the episode, I said riding with her feels like riding with her mother, who is perfect partner. Now, because she's showing dominant consistency in very tough races, now I feel Crimson Art coming through in that filly that we just ran on. Now I feel both parents actually existing in that horse. First, it was just her mother that I really felt was more prominent. Now I feel her father's DNA, so to speak, is kicking in. So Perfect Art is turning out way better than I thought. I would love to get her up to S rank. I think we would have to win a little bit more, clearly, but yeah, man. I could probably race her till she's 7 or 8, to be honest with you. Because, now, this is, her best year. And she's not going to have a major drop-off. Crimson didn't have a major drop-off. We still ran him until he was 7 years old. So, Perfect Art, I'm so happy with her, man. Because, we struggled with some of our originals. Sprinters Cup, I think that's a good, easy win for us. Not in Europe, so that should be much better. Honeybee, though, you are really... Your stats don't look great, but you run a lot better than what they reveal. It's only a matter of time before she gets her first win. So we'll continue to run her. 7.5 furlongs. It's a good test. And, yeah, we'll keep it rolling. The gals are doing amazing right now. Gals are doing pretty amazing. So, yeah, really happy with that result, man. Because that was a tough race. Non-stop playing literally sets the record. So that horse was just on a... Horse is on another world, but we were right there with it. Right there with non-stop playing. Just kind of, what's that called in space and like the futuristic like shows where they end up like going to a different galaxy, like Slip Space Drive or something? You guys know what I'm talking about. Essentially when you're going from one universe to another, one galaxy to another, or one part of the universe to another. I felt like that's where we were with non-stop playing. That horse just disappeared out of sight, like in mid-space, basically. And we were right there. Anyways, much better odds here for Honeybee today. She's actually looking to finish 4th. I'm not going to bet on myself, but she's the only closer in this field. The only... Well, yeah. Well, I would say stalker. So let's see how she runs, man. I kept her simple with the tact. I think I wanted you guys to decide the tact for her, but that's... I'll have to post a poll if I can remember. Hopefully I remember to post a poll in this video. That way, for the next episode that I actually record, I'll go ahead and do the tact for Honeybee. So I'll just include some options. I think that's the best way to do it. I think, of course, with the names, we'll stick to using that through the random wheel generator, but as far as the tack is concerned, I think that should be a more universal thing for like the whole community to decide on, not just one person. So I'll start posting polls of different options for tack for these horses when they're born. Of course, I like to have things usually match, so if a horse is named Honeybee, chances are I'm going to have her tack be something with yellow and black, right? So I'll post options for that, and then you guys will be able to vote, and that's how we'll decide what we're going to do with her. Now, she's got a long way to go. Very long way to go. I'm trying to move her to the inside, but this is tough. Oh, okay. There's this. Wow, that gap. Does it free up? The gap did free. Here we go with Honeybee. Look at this spurt. Oh, she's gone. Can we catch these horses? Honeybee is gone. She's going to get her first win already. She's going to get her first win already. I think we still got that 12. Just over-whipped her. But my gosh. That spurt ability from last place is insane, man. Honeybee is strong, dude. That is a strong filly. Yeah, we got that. Even with the overwhip. Oh my gosh, what a win. Honeybee breaks her maiden already. I said it was coming. Didn't expect it that soon, but I already feeling rhythm with this gal. And keep in mind, she's a late bloomer, which means she's still not even going to be at her best. Her stats aren't going to be at their best until she's at least 4.5, 5 years old. She's still only 2 right now. Holy moly, we're supposed to finish 3rd. We win that easily by half a length at the line. Absolutely rolling, man. The gals are knocking it out of the park, like quite literally. Gals are knocking it out of the park. Where is Audacity? I just need to change something right quick. But that wow, I wasn't expecting to win that quickly, so that is a fantastic effort from Honeybee. Absolutely fantastic effort. Already showing her form. Super Mile, we're here with Scabbit, and not the favorite. Long odds, not going to bet. We're just going to get right into it. Wow. The gals are finally, like, really showing themselves here in this game for us. Like I said, I think the first couple of Crimson Art foals we struggled with, mainly because we were using average broodmares at best. But now with all of these more recent originals that we're racing on now, they've been from essentially S or double S ranked broodmares. Even though their ranking and classification doesn't show that in the breeding barn, they were S ranked horses, like the most recent fillies the most recent broodmares I've been breeding with. So it does make sense now to see these fillies from Crimson Art, his offspring, finally showing their father and their mother's potential. Now that's annoying to move in like that, but I'm gonna let it slide. I feel good, so I'm not even gonna trip about that. But again, like Crimson Art's first crop of foals were from very, very average broodmares. Now we've strictly been using the S-ranked broodmares, and you can see what's really panning out for us. Now, of course, I want to keep her to the outside here. We have plenty of space. I think we're saving plenty of ground. Now, with Scabbit, I got to get her going pretty soon. I mean, I got to make sure she's ahead of the field. Okay, we are way off. We're ways off. Go. Go. Yeah, it's really hard to swing. Probably need to go. I keep underestimating how much stamina she has left. Nice spurt, but that's too late for a win. We're driving, though. We're driving. Yeah, way too late for a win. That's going to be third, maybe? Third or fourth. I keep underestimating how much stamina she has left in the tank. I got to get her going much, much sooner. I know it's the same thing with Scabbit. It's just, I'm really, wow. Brown Desert sets the record. We're supposed to finish 8th, though, so that's still a good result for her. But, yeah, I'm definitely underestimating how much stamina she has left. I'll think if I get her going sooner, she'll kind of just completely tap out. But no, she has a lot more stamina left. So I got to get her going sooner. But still, that's more points for us. Win some money. And she finished better than what she was supposed to. So, no complaints. No complaints. Honeybee, you are turning into something amazing. And your stats don't look like it. Outside of response health, her stats look average. Below average, really. And clearly she is not going to be that type of filly. So, you go. I'm so happy. Alright, let's get back with Perfect Dart here. I want to get her another G1. No, isn't she racing? Oh yeah, she's already racing. Sorry. Alright, let's skip a week, because I think Honeybee will be ready to roll again. Sorry. No, okay. Skip another week. I don't even need to be skipping weeks. I always forget I can just pre-register my horses from this menu. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing that. I apologize. We're running her in 7th. Actually, she's doing well. Let's run her up into grade 3. I know the stamina's a little bit longer, but the fact that she has a 7 to 12 distance, but her stamina is really bad is kind of weird. A little bit conflicting. But I don't think stamina's become a problem for her yet. Now, Scabbit, I probably just need to kind of stick to running her in some G2s. London, you know what? London Mile, I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep her in these races. I think that's good for her. I need to win one of those. I think that'll be a good boost. I got to get her more dialed in, that's for sure. And got to get her sewing. Got to get her going starting earlier. That whole sentence was an absolute train wreck. So, with Scabbit, you know, I just have to really focus on, yeah, just launching her a lot sooner than I think. Because I don't know why I keep, like, holding her back, thinking she's not going to have enough stamina to finish, and then she always finishes with quite a bit of stamina left in the tank. That's not good. So, anyways, we're moving on. Honeybee, she's up into grade 3. Not the favorite here today. She's never been the favorite in any of these races, but she has outperformed her odds. Betting public, maybe they'll start to believe in her a little bit more. Looks like we're expected to finish 4th. I could do a bet. I'm not going to. It's a full field of 14. Could be a competitive field at the top 5. But we're just going to race. I don't know if we should change the tack for Honeybee, to be honest. Only thing I would want to give her is at least a shadow roll. Whether that's yellow or black, I think that would look really nice. Maybe a black shadow roll? I think a black shadow roll with her would actually be really nice. But like I said, I'll post a poll. Because we're going to be racing with her for a long time. So it's not like, oh, you know, doing a couple races in this episode will take away from what she'll look like the rest of her career.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, shut up. I wish the game didn't say that. It's like you're dropping your horse back just to get them into position, and the game thinks you don't know what you're doing. It's like, I'm responding to the AI. So the AI, like, are moving too slowly. I have to hold my horse back a lot. If they move fast, then I can just drop her back a little bit. Now we have a long way to go. I hope the inside frees up, so I'm going to try to send her on an inside trip because it's a full field of 14. And trying to have her roll to the outside, I think is going to be asking a bit much.
Okay,
Especially on this type of track. I'm just going to hope that the inside frees up a little bit. Start to get her moving. She's got plenty of stamina left to go. She saved plenty of ground. Keep pushing her. Keep pushing. I don't know what's going to happen up here. I hope something frees up. Okay. No Rebo. That's fine. Ah, overwhipped. Overwhipped. She still shows so much fight. I definitely messed that race up for her. But my goodness, she shows so much fight at the end of the race, man. I definitely botched that. I didn't have her in good position, and then I overwhipped, which ultimately halted her momentum. If I didn't overwhip, we still could have finished in the top 5, so that's my fault. Alright guys, 1 second, I have to take a call and I will be right back. Alright guys, we are back here with the Sprinter's Cup. I apologize for that, with Perfect Dart. And again, here she is the favorite. And she should be, because again, she's been very close to winning a G1 in Europe against those tougher horses. So winning here should be pretty easy if we run our race right. Are going to bet on ourselves, win, play, show, the traditional. It's a tough field, though. I definitely have to be careful. I don't think I can goof around and win this race. I definitely have to make sure I run her how I've been running her, essentially, which has gotten us our results. So, yeah. Good news is I finally have my internet situation sorted out, which means by the time this video even goes live, I would have already live streamed maybe 1 or 2 other times. But in general, it means more consistent live streaming is about to happen. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Sorry if I sounded far away. My mic stand was a little bit out of whack, out of reach. I moved it for a reason when I paused last recording, and then I just didn't move it back. Weird stuff, I know. So big G1 here for Perfect Dart. Hopefully she can get it done. I feel like we can. She's been on an absolute roll. And yeah, let's try to continue this consistency, this uphill great consistency with this Gallop Racer Original Filly Perfect Dart, and she gets an easy start. As always, she gets out very well. Not like I have any issues with that. Gotta get her to the front. Get her to the front. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's perfect. Yep, stay right about here. This is ideal. And then we can add that really great turn of foot as soon as we hit turns 3 and 4, which we're about to approach turn 3. We'll be on turn 4 here soon. That'll work out really nicely for us. Now, I don't know what these horses are doing. I'm trying to find a space because they're just kind of in my way. It's fine. I can't tell if we're still blocked or what. Okay, there we go. The gap frees up, and we get the Revo, and we're about to be gone. And we're gone. We are gone with Perfect Dart. We have this 13 horse to beat. Sorry. Better luck next time. She's off to another grade 1 win, and Perfect Dart gets it done by a couple of lengths. Thank goodness that gap freed up. I was hoping it would. I'm like, I can't imagine, as bad as they are, that they would stay in that exact position the whole race. Fortunately, they didn't. We get the revolution off the turn, and Perfect Dart gets another G1 to her name. Now, Crimson Art is starting to show in this racehorse. Now her father's DNA, his genes, are kicking in seriously. Because this is what it was like running with him. Consistency, easy stuff. Let's see here. That's a great one. Well, I feel like I do that all the time for Perfect Dart. I don't mean to take it at that angle. I still mean to take it with the crowd in the background, but I forget how short that scene is. So we get the win. We get our money. We're 10,000 away from being able to upgrade our last training facility. And then we'll be 5 out of 5 stars for all of our training facilities. But before we get there, we have another race here with Scabbett. She's up in the London Mile G1. This is for the GWS, or this is in the GWS. It's going to be tough. She's not the favorite. Usually isn't against these horses. And we'll see what she does. Danger Palace is the favorite. I would bet on this race. I don't really have the energy to. So let me try to fix my mistakes in this episode with Scabbett and get her going sooner. I'm really underestimating how much stamina she has left. So, not going to do that. Another perfect start. And let's see where the field settles. I don't think I have to move her at all, to be honest. Okay, don't want her in last. But this is pretty good right here. Okay, they actually kind of moved. I'm going to move her to the outside because I don't want to be on the inside. I want to have free room to go. And this is perfect because actually the leaders are not that far ahead. See, I wish every race was like this, where the leaders aren't actually like 20 lengths ahead of the field. Like, it's nice when they actually keep the field, kind of bunched up. You don't have to work so hard. I feel like in this game it's a little bit unrealistic that like the leading horses of the AI are always like just miles in front by unrealistic margins. I got plenty of stamina. Got to get Scabbett going now. Tough uphill battle. Got to get on Revolution. There it is. 2.3 Rebel for Scabbit. Here she comes. 1.9 of 10 in the 4 still there, but Scabbit, she's pushing through. I finally got it going with her, and now you see the result. This is the dominance of Scabbit when she is on. I mean, look at this. We are blowing the field apart. Holy cannoli, man. Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting that at all. We weren't the favorite. She blows this field apart by probably more than 8 lengths. Now that is the Scabbit that we all know. Of course, this episode I was just botching it, just making just silly, mindless mistakes. But as you see, like, I got zoned back in, got her going sooner, and that is a great win for Scabbit. In the GWS as well. Let's see how many lanes. 8 lanes, and she sets the record. Yeah, that's scary. That is scary. Scabbit absolutely rolling, man. Finally redeemed myself. I was messing it up with her. Didn't want to continue to do that. Finally got it kicking, and you see the result. That is what I'm talking about, man. Wow. And we have enough money to upgrade our training facility. Scabbit! Yes, sir! Mile champ! Horse title for her. Let's go. Was not even expecting that. Was not expecting that, and we got it for the gal. After that slumper of me dropping those easy races with her. Easy wins. We finally get her mile champ. That is awesome. It's been a great year for the gals, hasn't it? My goodness. They have been absolutely rolling here. All 3 of them. Considering the races I was botching with Scabbit, she was still doing well. Well enough. But I would say just as far as their overall consistency and performance, I mean, we haven't really had many bad ones. Perfect Dart. 92 speed. This is the fastest original I think I've ever had. No, I take that back. Somebody had maybe 94, but that's still not that high considering what other people seem to get in this game. But I'm happy with it. 90, like I said, seeing that red bar and 90 to the right of it, I will be very happy. She's at 4 G1 wins and over $50,000 in earnings. Perfect Dart. She is such a joy, man. Such a joy to ride. Let's get her in the World Mile Cup. I think she can handle that. A little bit further of a distance. But I really do think she can handle that. So Scabbit, let's get her back in action here. And she's ready to go. King Cup Autumn. Got to get her in that G1. That's another good, easy potential G1 win for her. We just won that one in Europe and set the record. There's no reason she shouldn't win the King Cup Autumn. Then Honeybee, let's get you in some excitement. Let's try her out in a grade 2. Let's try her in a grade 2. Yeah, let's see how she performs with that. Let's go to the map here. Let's go to our training center and let's upgrade. Let's extend to the polytrack. That's it. Is there anything else to get? Look at that. We're 5 stars. Can I extend further? We have maxed out our training centers. We are performing in tip-top, pristine conditions. So fantastic. Finally. Now the money we earn, I guess, will just be for other upgrades, if we can even do anything else in this game. Not that I really care. We've hit our goal. That's really all that matters. Everything is 5-star training facilities, 5-star everything. Happened a lot quicker than I thought. Scabbit, she's up, and she is the favorite. Now they want to show her some love. Should have never doubted the girl. Even though I for a second was a little bit worried. Not doubting, but just worried. I'm like, okay, maybe Scabbit is actually over the hill. No, she's not. I just wasn't getting it right with her in the stretch. I was starting her too late, from too far back, and she always had too much stamina left in the end. That's literally it. So that means that these performances were always in her. I just wasn't dialed in. I'm dialed back in. Let's try to get another grade 1 win for this gal.
It's a beautiful day for racing.
It's a cloudy day for racing. Alright, let's just get to the gate. Perfect start again! It's on the money, man. I'm on the money in this game with the starts. It's literally just like a feeling, man. It is a feeling. Okay, I think she's running a little bit too high up here. Now this is this is the example of a race where the leaders are like, look how far the field is separated by almost 15, probably 15 lengths at this point. Chewing on a gummy, by the way. Apologize. This is what I mean. These fields in real life are not separated by this much. Not all the time.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
This is going to be tough, man. Okay, I got to get her going a lot sooner because we're way further back. It's not my fault, though. I could have probably kept her closer to the front. Ah, I botched this race totally. Overwhipped her, and I started her way too far back. Oh, man. I should have kept her closer to the front. I didn't really have to drop her back that far. Keep overwhipping, you know. Wow. That's really, yeah, that's surely a what on earth type of moment. 100%. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing exactly. I really could have kept her where she was at initially in the race. Maybe dropped her back a tad bit. I didn't have to drop her back that much. Because then we ended up getting stretched out by the field being like 20 lengths apart. We're just going to pretend that race never happened. That was a really easy win. That was a huge blunder. Perfect Dart, I will not do that with. She is the favorite here today as the 13 horse in the World Mile Cup. I want this win for her, so let's get it. Yeah, that race never happened, okay? That race never happened. Never happened. Let's just say that's an example of those races I talk about where I just kind of zone out. That's what happened. What? Oh, I forgot I don't have any money. I'm like, why can't I place this bet? I just spent $250,000 on extending the final part of our facility. I am crazy. I am crazy. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that last race, it never happened. We're moving on to the next thing. Perfect Dart. It's going to be a tough field today, but I think she can get it done. Look at, I love the look with the pink and yellow bandages. I think that suits her so well. It does match with our silks. Like I said, I totally wish I didn't pick these colors, but I have to make do with it. So the purple, yellow, gold, or yeah, purple, yellow, gold. Yellow and gold are similar, but there's a difference. A little bit of the pink on the back, the black. Those are going to be our colors here for our horses. So we'll have to make do with it. Now, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I just didn't want her running so far on the outside. Not until she got to the inside, you see? This is what I wanted. I didn't want to try to fight her. I didn't want to try to fight with her on the outside trying to get past these horses and do an overtake. It's nearly impossible in this game. So I just, you know, I was willing to let her hang a little bit back, and then as we moved over, you see we moved right up into position. So she's looking good right now. I hope this horse right in front of me moves a little bit. I'm going to poke my head because she can run much closer to the front. I just like to save more ground with her. I like to save a little bit more stamina with her. Just because she's so explosive in the later stages of the race.
Watch out.
Ah, I didn't bump that horse. She's fine. She's fine. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's go. Ah, gotta catch this field. She's rolling though. Here comes Perfect Dart. She is rolling. She's gonna catch this 4 horse. The 1 is still there. Here comes the 10. Here comes the 14. It's a late surge from Newman. He's gonna challenge us, and we don't even get that win. Oh man, botched that one. Darn it. Totally botched that. Bad stretch run. Ah man, I don't know what I could have done differently there. She definitely gassed out, which is weird because I don't think I used that much stamina from her. But she gassed out, and yeah, Scabbit. Like I said, that race didn't happen. Those are 2 blunders from. That happens sometimes to me in this game. Is obviously I can have great success and then absolutely botch 2 races after just dominating. It's like a shift of focus. So let's woosah, let's clear the brain, clear the mind, and get back into it. So Honeybee, We're supposed to finish like what, 9th maybe? Not in the top 10. So any top 10 finishes for her today would be phenomenal. Of course, I'm gonna go for the win. I feel good with this horse. But yeah, those are 2 races I should have won. Single, like, no doubt. Was the favorite in both. Was the favorite in both, and I botched both. Yeah, that's just the lack of focus. So with Honeybee, no real pressure here. Like I said, we're supposed to finish 10th. We're not even supposed to finish in the money. So I'm just kind of going to have her hang out right here on the inside. Have her save a little bit of ground. Are we? Oh, no. There is a horse that we're still needing to be behind. This is fine. And then, we'll just have to have a little bit of a late surge with her. Okay, we can get her going right now. She's got a lot of stamina left. Good. There's spurt. Now, where's the space gonna clear? I gotta stay right here. Oh man, these horses are not moving. Get out of the way! 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 Thank you. Let's go. Ah, I couldn't move. Couldn't move. Oh, that halted so much of my momentum. I could have moved in there. Oh, that's awful. We finished way worse. I just couldn't get through. I could have stayed to the inside, but that wasn't open. Oh. No, that's a frustrating one. I literally couldn't move. You guys saw her momentum. Without me being blocked, she's going to the front. She's finishing in the top 5. Maybe going on for the win. Oh, that's so annoying. Mile Champ Cup for Perfect Dart. This should be an easy win. These others have been pretty easy wins. Granted, we weren't supposed to win that grade 2, but I felt like on her pace and her rhythm, we could have. I hate when they're like that, man. It just move out the way, but they're not programmed to do it. Perfect Dart, she's up. I'm just gonna bet on ourselves to show. Oh my goodness, that race was more frustrating than the others because I still finished well with Perfect Dart in her race. Scabbot's race was really bad, but like that Honeybee race we just ran, like she was there in the top 5 clearly. That was a perfect run. We hit spurt. I hate to have those. Really do, but it's fine. It's fine. It's the only thing I hate about waiting for the inside, man. I never know what these idiots are going to do. Let me just say it how it is. The AI in this game, they really act like idiots. I never know what they're going to do. Sometimes the inside doesn't free up. You know, but other times I'm hoping that it does. Sometimes I'm purely just... Oh, come on. I was ahead of the horse. That's fine, whatever. But sometimes I'm really just hoping, blindly hoping that like the inside frees up, and I don't have any real contingency if it doesn't. Like if I would have had this type of run with Honeybee in the stretch, we would have been golden. So I definitely messed that up. It's been a tough race. Gonna keep her here. Okay, let's see how she goes. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful run. Beautiful run for Perfect Dart. Come on, girl. This is your race to win. No whip. No, the 6 is staying with us. No whip. No whip. Half a furlong left to go, you see? I got it in me. Focus. I just had a very big lack of focus in those last 3 races, but it has not completely left me. Perfect Dart. She gets another G1. She's having a heck of a year. I've given up hoping for Horse of the Year. Host of the Year? Huh? What? I give up on hoping for that. So whenever one of my horses get it, that'll be fine for me. Cause yeah, like there are years I thought we should have gotten it and we never did. There it is. That's the photo I wanted with the grandstands, and I feel like we have so many of these with Perfect Dart. What a gal, man. What an absolute gal. She is really showing Crimson Art in her now. That's amazing. She should have won that other G1. I blundered that a little bit, but you know what? It's okay. We've had a heck of a year. I wonder where we are in the jockey standings. I haven't checked. I never really care about that, personally. It's more about the horses for me. Like, wherever I finish is irrelevant. I'd much rather focus on getting these horses great wins and titles. Scabbit, I'm going to drop her down to a G3. Let's try to bounce back with her. Honeybee. Gosh, could have won that G2 with her. That's so annoying. Filly Cup. Let's put her in the Filly Cup. Let's actually see how she runs. She is a grade 1 horse. She's just not at that level yet. And Perfect Dart, let's get her into some action here too. When will she be ready? Not till... She can't run in any more G1s unless... Oh, I lied. We can get her in the China Sprint. I'm totally down for that. That would be a great GWS win to close out the year for us. Alright, got some nice, solid races coming up. We're dropping Scabbit in class because I just... It's so weird. I know how to work with her. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm overthinking it, clearly. I'm overthinking it with her. She's the favorite here today. I am going to bet on myself. Bet on myself for the win. Number 1. Because, yeah, we should win this. Yeah, I'm clearly overthinking it. Like, I'm just complicating things with Scabbit when they don't need to be. She's a very easy horse to work with, clearly. I know how to work with her. I've had success with her. I'm just overthinking it. Okay. So like I said, I'm not going to drop her too far back. I really don't want to be too far off the lead just in case. Because she doesn't have like crazy closing speed. She can obviously take off when you run her perfectly, but she doesn't have blistering closing speed. She's not like Golden Monster or maybe another filly I'm kind of not thinking about. Perfect Partner had a crazy turn of foot. Scotch Dancer had a crazy turn of foot to an extent, not as much as Perfect Partner. So Scabbit's not really that type of horse. Now, what is...
5 furlongs to go.
Whatever the AI are, like, taking for, like, food and supplements, man, that they definitely need to be off of it. Because the way they move in this game, it's so goofy. I'm going to keep her closer. Have to keep her closer in striking distance. Okay. Get her on the outside. Need to give her space. Good. Rebo. No Rebo, that's fine.
2 furlongs to go.
Come on, Scabbit. This is a grade 3. You got to win this. Furlong left to go. There we go. Spurt. Game over. Gosh. That was really going to... That was going to drive me nuts. That was going to drive me nuts if we couldn't get past those horses. I'm like, come on. This is a dropping class. You're better than this. Kick in. Granted, that was a tough race. You see the top 7 are not separated by more than, what, 4 lanes. Easy grade 3 win. Let's move on. Don't salute. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Easy win. 2.5 lengths. Win our bet. Let's roll on. Let's roll on. Should have won that other G1. So there's nothing. I mean, good win for Scabbit. Happy for her, of course. But I'm just annoyed with myself botching that one race earlier with her. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. That's what we're supposed to do. All right. We'll be maxed out at 100 soon for all jockey stats. I'm getting there a lot quicker than I thought in this game. I swear it took much longer in 2004. Considering that I still think this game is more challenging just because it plays differently. Honeybee's up. She's not expected to finish last. Again, spacing with her is crucial, especially since she runs at the back. I can't play the let's be hopeful that the inside clears up. I can't do that with her. If I don't think the inside is legitimately going to be open, I just need to keep her to the out. Like it's as simple as that. There she is, the Honeybee. All right, let's get her going. Beautiful day. She has a temper, but it's fine. Like I don't really get bad starts with her. Not like it matters anyways, but and yeah. Just gonna hang her back here for a little bit. Nice and easy coast, nice and easy coast. Save some ground, because it'll be nice to have a lot of stamina to go up against these other horses. Now, we are a little bit more off the pace than I would like, so I'm just going to send her up here. Okay, you're good right here. Yep, perfect. Perfect. So the idea is to make sure I have space with her. She's showing signs of having a really crazy turn of foot once she probably gets to like max stats. So without a shadow of a doubt, she has closing speed for sure. I have a lot of stamina left. I'm going to get her going now. Swing her out. Got to swing her out pretty wide here, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's see how she runs. She's got a long way to go. Let's just see how she closes in. Let's see how she closes in. Honeybee in another G1. Half a furlong left to go. Oh, look at this closing speed, man. Look at this closing speed against these grade 1 horses. Saving so much stamina. Not going to be a top 5, but that's way better than where she was supposed to finish. So that's a good effort. That's a really strong effort. And to be honest, I probably could have gotten her going a lot sooner. She still had a little bit left in the tank. We're supposed to finish 10th. We finished for 7th. I'm not mad at that. Double S on the stretch. That's a really strong run. Just wait till she's like probably 4.5 years old. Maybe even 4 years old, honestly. I mean, clearly I'm already in rhythm with her this quickly. So I expect a lot of grade 1 wins with her when she's finally at that point. And I think she'll be done for the rest of the year, yeah. So she'll be done. Scabbit, probably the same thing. Yep, and then maybe all of them will be done, actually. No, okay, so Perfect Dart, she'll be our last one here for this year, and the last one for this video in the China Sprint. See if we send out this year with a bang. Another good episode, for the most part. Really solid episode. I think we've done really well. Obviously, I had a couple of races I botched, just kind of, you know, just silly mistakes, but we have really done well here today. So I'm happy for the gals, man. They've really been showing out. And we are the favorite in the China Sprint. Perfect Dart, man. This is her time. This is her time. I'm just going to bet another win bet on us. Just keep it simple. And, because, yeah, show bet won't... Actually, yeah, we'll just do the win bet. All right, let's go. 5 furlongs. Really quick race. Really quick race. Just keep her close to the front. The field's not catching her, man. Here we go. Perfect Dart. What a gal she has turned into. I hope she wins something. Horse of the year, like I said, I'm not even thinking about that. When it happens, I'll be extremely happy, but I'm not going to be hopeful because this game, it works weird. There were years we should have had it with Crimson and we didn't. So I just hope she gets some award. That's it. Scabbit already got Mile Champ. Considering Scabbit hasn't had like a crazy dominant year in comparison to Perfect Art, but the fact that she still got Mile Champ, I think that's a pretty cool achievement. Of course, you wouldn't expect anything less. Okay, perfect. Come on, get back up to the front. Get up to the front. Yep. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine. She can handle this. She can handle this. She's good. She's got plenty left in the tank. We don't have to go yet. We don't have to go. Now we can creep. Now we can creep up. Now we can creep up. Now we're gone. Now we're gone. 14's still going to try to keep with us. Pull away. Perfect. Pull away. The wire's closing over. Whipped her, but she's still clear. She's clear. She's better than all of these horses, and she gets it done. It's another grade 1 in the GWS here for Perfect Dart. This mare, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Have I ever done this well with a mare in this series or 2004? Ever. Like between the two games. Have we had a mare, a Gallop Racer original mare, that's been this strong? I love that. You have to get the mountains in the background with the city skyline and the city buildings to the right. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. That is perfect for Perfect Art. And she sets the record. Oh my gosh. To think at one point with this horse, when she was between 2 and 3 years old, I felt like she was not going to turn into anything. I thought she was going to be a dud, maybe like the other Crimson Art originals. Perfect Art has set, I think, 3 records. She's only 5. Keep in mind, she's only 5. She can still run like this at least until she's 7. That's how Crimson was. Unbelievable, man. What a way to end the year. What a way to end the year with Perfect Art. Oh my goodness. I hope she's like at least at minimum S eval and classification for breeding. At the minimum S. So I'm gonna run her as much as I can, honestly. Gonna run her as much as I can. That speed is at 93. Staying is approaching 93 as well. 6 G1s for her. She's almost at 100,000 in earnings. 12 wins out of 42 meets. Perfect Art. You have by far turned into the best thing Probably in this series, as far as the gals are concerned. Hands down. Hands down. For an original. Let's end the year. Let's see. Anything. Scabbit is up there for 4-year-olds. And let's see what we get. Rough Monster gets Horse of the Year. You know what? Like I said, I wasn't looking for that. I don't even care. Because, and the thing is, I always forget, winning that Universal Cup usually seems to give you a good chance of getting Horse of the Year, especially if you win other races. But that Universal Cup is big. But look at this. Perfect Art. She gets Best Sprinter and Best Older Mare. She gets 2 awards this year. Oh my goodness. Perfect Art. What a gal. 2 awards. Best Sprinter and Best Older Mare. And we finished 7th for leading. Win average, we're not there. And earnings, I don't care. Best Sprinter and Best Older Mare for Perfect Art. Wow. That is amazing. Like, she had a heck of a year. She really did. And here's Agent Daisy, 4 stars. She should be pretty solid. I don't know if she'll be as good as Perfect Art, but she should be pretty strong. Now that I know how these fillies work, coming from Crimson Art, yeah, I think she'll be pretty strong. Agent Daisy. I know what I want to do for TAC. I think something with the... Well, what is... Daisy colors would be nice, I think. So, again, I will post a poll for that one as well. I'll try to do one for that and Honeybee. Let's see. That light green shadow roll has to stay. The bandages, like, again, we'll keep her neutral until we decide what we're doing. But that green shadow roll has to stay there for Agent Daisy. I think that's perfect. And again, we're going to do Entrust training. I'm just going to leave it to that. I don't have any desire to manually do training anymore. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. But what a year. Perfect Art now. She is 6 years old. Her speed has dropped. Her staying has dropped. I would assume maybe she'll slowly be on the decline, but I don't think it's going to be a major drop-off. So I'm still going to try to go strong again with her this year. I'll set her up for races now to begin next episode. Let's get her into the first G1. Again, there's really not a lot in the beginning of the year. NT-Who's. So we'll have to run her in a grade 3. Run her in the Valentine. No, handicap there. What about this one? Okay. I mean, yeah, she's not a grade 3 horse. Might have to wait a little bit. Yeah, okay. Well, she can run in this one. No handicap. Alright, that's cool. It's a little ways off, but there's no other races she can run in without the handicap. So we have to do what we have to do. Scabbit, I'll get you going again in another grade 3. Yeah, get our Scabbit going again in another grade 3. Let's have her do 8 furlongs, shorten the distance. Honeybee, see what you're made of this year. We'll get you going 7 on the turf against the gals as well. And that'll be for the next episode. Thought I was going to say something else or do something else. Can't remember. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I think we did really well today with all the gals. They really are carrying us. Perfect Art. Gosh, what an amazing horse. I'm so happy that she is finally at that point where, like, she is truly a dominating gal out there on the track. Clearly. She gets 2 awards last year. She's close to 100K. Like I said, I'm going to run her as much as I can until I feel like her performance is really dropping. I really want to try to make her as strong as possible. Because I don't think we're going to have another filly or mare within the next 1 to 2 years that'll be as strong as her. Honeybee could potentially get there, but Honeybee, I think, is still going to take time to get there. It's still at least going to be another year of development with her. And maybe by, you know, her... Well, yeah, let's see. Let's look at Honeybee right quick. So Honeybee right now is 3 years old. I already feel good with her. But again, I don't think she'll be at the point where she's winning consistently and on a dominating level like Perfect Art, at least until she's maybe 4.5. So in the meantime, that still gives us another 1.5 years at minimum with Perfect Art. I'm not going to retire her at all this year as a 6-year-old. And again, that means we could still run her as a 7-year-old. And hopefully she'll still be good enough to win. At that point, grade 2s I'll settle for, because grade 2s do pay pretty well in this game, which will help for her earnings, which does help for the breeding as well. So as long as she can still win and probably dominate grade 2s by the time she's 7 years old, and maybe some grade 1s along the way, that'll be fantastic. And I will literally run her until I can't. Because look at her health. She's 81 health. She's a very healthy, strong lady. She can run for a long time. You know what I mean? She's not going to have a major drop off. So we can really run her until she's almost literally at the point where the game will force me to retire her. I want to see how much we can win with her. I want to see how many awards we can get. I want to see how much she can earn. I wish I could keep track of that. I need to start keeping track of that before I retire horses, because this game doesn't show you. Like, I wish the game kept track of the data. The only way I would know is actually going back and watching these videos and finding out. And maybe I'll do that when I really have the energy and time to do that, since these videos are so long. But that's what I'll do, because I want to see how much she can acquire. I would love, it's insane. I would love to get her to 15 grade 1 wins. I don't think that's impossible. 20 would be like, wow, I've really nailed it, you know. But 15 at least, that means another 9 grade 1 wins between now and when she retires. I don't think that's asking a lot. I think she's very capable of that. So I would like to get her to 15 grade 1 wins. Earnings, that should put her over 200,000 at that point. That's really what I want for her. I want at least 15 total grade 1 wins, and I want her to have over 200,000 in earnings. She will by far be the most dominant horse we've had in this entire series in this game. And I feel confident enough that we can get it done with her. So that's my goal for Perfect Dart. Try to get as close to that as possible before I even consider retiring her. She's still too good. She's still too strong. She's too healthy to think about retiring her, you know, anytime this year or even the beginning of her 7-year-old season. I really would like to push her to 8, as close to 8 as I can, and just see how much we can accumulate and then retire her. And then I think she will be really, really strong. So yes, it's like a 1 to 2 year plan, project, however you want to refer to it as, but I think it'll be worth it. I think we'll be able to produce insane horses with her as a broodmare. And then obviously no inbreeding, so we would need to use her with Mr. T, who is technically our next best colt, because that's the thing. We don't really have a lot of colts now. It's all the gals, you know what I mean? Our newest colt is Striking Moon, who's 1 year old right now. He won't be racing until next year. So at the earliest, as far as trying to get a colt that's more dominant than Crimson Art, we are 4 years off of that schedule, if I keep the spaces the way they are. Now, if I decide to retire a horse early and make space to buy a really dominant colt, I can. And I might do that eventually. But as long as these originals are performing like they are, I don't want to retire them. Scabbit will be retiring soon. And then obviously I might just keep that space empty, maybe because, like I said, if I want to look for a double S ranked colt to try to get some breeding lines quicker with Perfect Art by the time I retire her, I'll make space for that. But right now, I'm really enjoying all the originals we've been working with. Scabbit's the only non-original or non-created horse, but it's been all originals, man, and it's really been a joy running with them. So I want to keep that up. But that'll do it for this episode. Appreciate love and support on the channel as always. But until next time, Horse Racing Gaming, and I hope you all have a great, fantastic day. I shall see you later, and goodbye.